Now, if you live in Australia or parts of Western world, I'm pretty sure this I'm not saying new word, but like this recession word is getting bigger and bigger than ever than before. As I'm only particular talk about generally about recession. All right. Recession is a way for a country to reset, start over again. All right. To make the country to be functional as possible as again. Now, obviously, when it hits the recession, it's creating hard time where obviously the banks, the real estate, the investors, and a lot of people will get burnt for that. Because a society runs functionally, properly as people spend. Housing, selling, buying, cars buying and selling, food retails buying and selling. It has to be a continuity flow. It can go up, it can go down. But the moment everything goes down, this raises a lot of question because Australia population has increased day by day, right? If you try to Google what's the population in 2000 and 2019, there's a huge difference. And obviously, we're getting a lot more migrant flow, right? Probably around like 500,000 each year. And now the government wanting to reduce it. I don't know how much number it is, but the effect and everything, obviously, what has happened is shortage on housing and shorting on, like the roads is congested and like public services are filled, longer queues and things like that. All right. Recession is a way to reset and makes people to begin to save, be a lot more conservative about what they do, a lot of cautions. Now, recession is the point that it has to be retail, it has to be spent, people has to be spending, it has to be cars, and housing is one of them as well. Unfortunately, housing cannot talk about that because the government, or no, not say government, the Royal Commission has barred it and not tightened the lending. But you're having cars, well, you cannot refinance your house and getting extra luxury money, whether for renovation or getting a car. So people usually get free money. All right, in the last decade, we've been getting free money, and under this neoliberalism, under this money bomb debt, where lending money is so easily, thanks to the global banks giving us the AAA rating, and thanks for loose lending and lending to those who know is incompatible to pay it off. It's a bonus for everyone to purchase a house where houses increase, they refinance it, but purchase another house, or perhaps buying another, a car, or just perhaps going for a holiday or some goods, or perhaps a car. All right, so you can use that extra free money for something like that. Now, it's very outrageous to see where many people are saying, "Oh my God, we're hitting it, we're hitting it, we're hitting it." It's a good lesson to be hit, to be honest. As you look through the history, Australia history, before the 1987 and 90, between the 1990, the recession that we must have. If we look through the history in Australia, we've always gone through a recession, right? And now this one, we haven't been gone through a recession close to 30 years, to be honest. And to the point, to the stage, the fact that a recession or property plunge, it's a good thing for people to be mindful and who's the actual owner, who owns the whole money, you know, and allowed people to go think a lot carefully. My parents and a lot of migrants, newly migrants, they always say, "How come Aussies are always lazy, the Australian born, and things like that?" Because their family has went through burnt in the past. And now this is different because we have the housing boom, the golden era has ended, where everyone jump in, take the gamble, make the money investment, or perhaps secure the house that they once never had, because back then lending was very tight. You cannot, banks giving a loan is pretty difficult to get by certain houses. But now it's a different story. Now it's gone to a stage where a lot of reports, I'm pretty sure you see a lot of YouTube videos where housing, cars, retail spending, everything is low. Its comparison to last year is even lower and lower. And the society order to run functionally properly is people should spending and keep the cycle going. Whether Labor saying we should increase wages, it just brings more automation and a lot more tighter requirements for workers. So that doesn't work out too well. So whether this is a good thing or bad thing, I think is a tough time that we all have to go through this time. There's no shortcut in life.